They say the truth has a way of finding you, even when you're not looking for it. My name is Jackson, 56 years old, married for nearly 30 years to a woman I thought I knew completely. Her name was Alif. We had the kind of life people point to and say, that's the goal. 2 grown daughters, a beautiful home in North Carolina, Sunday church, Italian dinners, predictable vacations. I wasn't suspicious, I wasn't paranoid. I was just a husband, carrying grocery bags, walking into his own kitchen. That evening, I had left work early. Laura had mentioned earlier in the week that she missed the fresh pasta from her favorite Italian market. I wanted to surprise her. I remember feeling proud of myself for paying attention. Funny, isn't it? How small efforts feel so meaningful when you think they still matter. I walked through the front door and heard her voice in the kitchen. She was laughing, but not the polite laugh she gives neighbors. No, this was different, lighter, younger, somehow. I paused, smiling to myself, thinking she was on the phone with a friend. And then I heard it. I don't love him the way I used to. Sometimes I don't think I ever did. The grocery bag slipped in my hands. I stood there, frozen, maybe 6 feet behind her. She was at the counter, her back to me, phone pressed to her ear. I stayed because it was safe, she continued, because he's reliable. But safe isn't the same as happy. Safe, reliable. Those were supposed to be good things. 30 years, job losses, my father's illness, raising children who needed braces and tuition and endless patience. And now I was learning I was just the safe choice. She sighed into the phone. I don't know how much longer I can pretend. Pretend, that word hit harder than all the rest. I didn't confront her. I didn't slam the door. I didn't clear my throat. I placed the grocery bags quietly on the hallway table, stepped back outside, and closed the door without a sound. I walked to my car, and I sat there for a long time. There's a particular kind of pain that doesn't explode. It settles, it seeps into your chest and makes everything feel heavy. I kept replaying her words, searching for any context that might soften them. Maybe she was exaggerating. Maybe she was just venting. But the tone in her voice wasn't angry. It was honest, and that's what hurt the most. I drove aimlessly for an hour. I don't even remember where I went. Eventually, I parked near a quiet lake. The sun was setting. Couples were walking along the water. A man was teaching his grandson to skip stones. I sat there thinking about our wedding day. The way she had squeezed my hand at the altar. Was that safety too? When I finally came home, it was dark. Laura was on the couch, scrolling through her phone. She looked up, casually. "Oh, you're back. I didn't hear you come in earlier." I nodded. "I forgot something at work." The lie tasted bitter. But I wasn't ready. I needed time to decide, was this a passing frustration or a hidden truth that had been living in our house for years? Over the next few days, I watched her differently. I noticed how often she seemed distracted, how quickly she changed the subject when conversations turned personal. On the 4th night, we were sitting at the dinner table in silence when I asked, quietly, "Are you happy?" She looked up. "Surprised?" "Of course," she said automatically. I held her gaze. "Really?" Something shifted in her expression, a flicker of discomfort. "Why are you asking me that?" I took a slow breath. "Have you had the chance to start over? Would you choose me again?" That question hung between us like smoke. She didn't answer right away, and that silence said everything. Finally, she said softly, "I don't know." I told her I had come home early, that I had been standing right behind her when she said those words. Her face went pale. She covered her mouth. "You heard that?" Yes. She began apologizing instantly. She didn't mean it that way. She was confused. She was overwhelmed. But apologies don't erase clarity. Were you pretending? I asked. No, she said quickly. Then she paused. Not completely. We talked for hours that night. She admitted she had been feeling restless for years, that she loved me, but not with the intensity she once had. That comfort had replaced passion, and she didn't know how to get it back. I asked if there was someone else. She said no, and I believed her. This wasn't about another person. This was about emotional erosion, the kind that happens slowly when two people stop asking the hard questions. I didn't want to hurt you, she said through tears. I just didn't know how to fix what I was feeling. And here's the thing about Payback. I could have exposed her, made her feel small, used those words as a weapon. But I chose something harder. I chose truth over revenge. We agreed to start counseling, not because we were certain we could fix it, but because 30 years deserved an honest attempt. In therapy, we uncovered things neither of us had ever said out loud. She felt unseen in ways she'd never articulated. I felt unappreciated in ways I'd quietly buried. We had both chosen comfort over confrontation for years. That overheard moment in the kitchen, it didn't end our marriage. It forced us to face what we had been avoiding. It's been 8 months since that evening. We're still together. Not magically repaired, but aware, intentional, more honest than we've been in years. Sometimes I still hear her words echo in my head. Safe isn't the same as happy, and she's right. But safe can become happy again if both people are willing to risk uncomfortable honesty. I was standing right behind my wife when I heard it. I walked out quietly that night. Not because I didn't care, but because I cared too much to let my first reaction destroy what might still be rebuilt. The real payback wasn't anger, it wasn't revenge, it was choosing to make her face the truth and then giving her the chance to earn back what she almost threw away. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stay calm, say nothing, and let the truth do the work. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. What would you have done? Payback Tales.